So anyway, that's why I think liking the Dave Matthews Band is defensible, even in this day and age.
I'll allow it.
Welcome, everyone, to the cold open of this episode. We haven't done a sponsored episode in a while. Let's do a real quick sponsor here. Today's episode is sponsored by this can of Stowe Cider branded Lemon Shandy cider.
I will never understand why you advertise for things that aren't paying you.
Hazy cider with homemade lemonade. Because if it sucks, I can then say it sucks. I don't know. What do you want from me? Sometimes I'm setting the groundwork so that someday we can get paid to talk about the things I'm going to drink anyway. Oh, wow. Try that.
What is it?
That's fascinating. It's a lemon cider. You did a pursed lip, but I think that's really nice flavor. It's not as appley as I thought, but that actually works in its favor. It's very pleasant. The apple is like kind of like a small, just kind of like gently.
More sour than I want.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we should do this. So, what were we doing last time?
We were just clearing up loose ends the whole time.
Yeah,
Did we run out of loose ends, I think?
Let me look at our entities list. We haven't found all of the duders that we're missing.
What?
All of the missing duders to go to the Dream City.
Right.
But I think we did manage to... find all of the unscanned entities in areas we had been. Maybe not... I think maybe we might have missed some in the early embassy bits. Maybe it'll be in later embassy bits. I don't know. I'm not going to go back and check the early embassy bits right now because those are very long linear segments and you all don't want to sit through that. And I expect some of these might pop up in the next embassy segment. But we'll make sure we're continuing to examine and stuff like that. Mouse, cooperate with me. Thank you. But, yeah. Unless any of these are looking like a fairy to you, then, it says we're missing some in Jokes-Ozo now, but... Maybe we can get them yet. Well, whatever. We don't have it directly in front of us. I think we have... I guess maybe we can go do one more quick run-through of Jokes-Ozo and see if there's anything else to be scanned. Just in case. But otherwise, I want to get started on the next embassy bit, because I bet it's another JRPG bit.
Yep.
So... much to do. So much to do, so much to see.
There we go.
So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You never know if you don't go. Go! You never shine if you don't glow.
Why, though?
Huh?
Why, though?
I just said what's wrong with taking the back streets. There's so much to do, so much to see.
I did hear you, yes.
Maybe examining that was one.
It is not a selectable.
It's not a selectable. It feels like it should be. Maybe there was something here in this kind of voidy area we missed. I made sure to scan the gate itself back to where we were, and I wonder if that counted.
I doubt it.
It did not count. We went pretty linearly in this area. Okay, it is pretty linear. Oh, wait, what? I can totes go over here.
Oh, what's that? Oh.
So that's where we came from.
Okay.
I'm now to the right of it. That's where we went last time. Apparently, I've got some more freedom of movement out here.
Can we go around?
I kind of want to see what...
What is it? Wait.
Yeah,
is that interactable?
It doesn't seem interactable, but I wonder if I can get close to it. Oh, hold on.
It's not.
Oh, that's a spatial navigation.
It's not.
It's not, but I can walk through it. Okay. Interesting. This reminds me of a sequence that is a spoiler to talk about in a different game.
The eyes there really look like they should be, but they aren't.
Yeah, they really do. Those eyes, whose are they? Someone at the embassy had a set of 3 eyes in their avatar, and that's 4 of them. Can we go around the back of this place? We can't. Okay, no, we are stuck in this. We can't investigate that either. Okay. Yeah. Well... it was important that we take a look around. Who knows? I don't want to have... You know how I feel about missing things. I'm the depth first kind of RPG player. Hello. What's up, Council? Yeah, you keep counseling. And this. Yeah, this is all the same, because we examined the sun. Damned you. Yeah, okay. Alright, nothing here to do. Let's go back to... If we missed some things here, then... Maybe that is an indicator that we can find the other ones right now, but I don't have any good leads on them, and I don't want to waste a lot of time trying to find them.
Yeah, I do wonder if it's just an oblique way of referring to something we've already encountered, and I don't know that it means that.
Yeah, but I don't...
We've got the mask on, right?
Welcome.
Good.
Yep.
Click the close button to close.
Very busy. All right, we won't bother you then. Let's go back to the embassy. So what's this one? Recollection. Key smash. Prohibitive incoherence.
We can't go to that one. That was the first one. Right?
Oh, is it? There's more to do in the collapse. Oh.
Inherited context. I wish he listened.
I wish he listened.
Load iteration.
So was there more to do? Oh yeah, this friend. No, Tozik. Tozik had 2 of them.
Hello, Tozik.
What's up? No response. No response. Toggle cloak. Okay, Akazet.
Ooh, toggle the cloak on and then Unity. Just in case. I figured.
Alright. Am I missing something? Was there more to do here? You had 3 eyes.
There was places to go, I think. Because now they had to go to the golem maintenance place.
Alright. So if we go to golem maintenance. And separate stream follow stream. Okay. Here we go. Linear stream segment skippable with escape. So there was a way to skip some of those. I just...
And it didn't work for the one that we tried it on.
It didn't. Continuing memory stream. No inheriting iteration context.
Okay, Gakbukani. Commencing relocation.
The descent begins, though it is terribly unsteady. Was that something knocking against the underside of the chamber? Move friend does not get far before it slows to a halt again.
Wow. Friends, please forgive the turbulence. Corru density is unusually high in this area.
Aqueous low-activity corru occupies space between cystic organs. Terrestrial use only.
In fact, all standard currents have ceased. But do not worry, I can still get you to where you need to go.
What does that mean for the spire? I feel the chamber's ground shift beneath us, pulling outwards. Oh, it is forming limbs outside of the chamber. Indeed, it must physically crawl through the spire blood and drag the chamber with it. An extremely strenuous process, I suspect.
I must focus on the locomotion, sorry. Please ask the constructor within the chamber.
I look towards Tozik at first. He looks back at me absently, then makes an uncertain gesture with his receptors. Before I can ask it to clarify, one of the mind cores announces themselves.
That is me.
I sense some surprise between the equivocs. That would be a little funny if not for the circumstances. Their kiv rarely take part directly in structural management.
If the corru is no longer correctly distributed across the spire, then that means it is going to be pooling at the lower levels, and grow more dense as the layers separate until, well, the lower levels will be crushed by the pressure. And then the spire's outer walls will explode. As you imagine, my friends, this is not conducive to our goals.
True! The ground's mind would be destroyed, but so would the explanation for all of this.
Along with any would-be survivors. Exactly.
There is a solution to the... Oh. Keep going.
There is a solution to this, but we require ground's mind control. It seems that the perpetrator is not properly attending to the structure's systems. Do you expect us to be able to get there in time? The ground's mindry is at the lowest portion of the spire. Well, I will say our chances are not ideal, but what else can we do?
I sense a spark of inspiration from Tozik, even reflected in his receptors, but he does not yet speak up, ever hesitant to share an unfinished thought. While we wait for the move friend to deliver us to Golem maintenance, a plan should be devised, and we should get a profile of Eatseal's Kiwi. What to ask first? The plan! In the near-silent tension of our descent, I feel that our lack of a clear plan is causing even more anxiety. All are in thought, though Eatseal is pacing. So I speak up with what I know. My friends, the time is coming. We should align our paths. I briefly pause to garner their collective attention and then continue. I like the small ones. I like them. I'm unfamiliar with the layout of the Golem maintenance segment, but Eatseal, you know it well, yes? Eatseal ceases their endless skittering to nervously wave their receptors.
Oh, yes, even better than my home.
Excellent, then tell me if any of this seems unreasonable. When we arrive, we should immediately find ways to arm ourselves. Assuming the foundry vats are still operational, we need only find some schematics. Next, we should probably find a body for...
Akizet, if the structure fails, then this will not yield us any gain.
Immediately, the morale I was attempting to build is crushed. There is that pang of fear again, though this time it is mine. The possibility of us all unceremoniously dying on our way, completely out of our control, really. Yes, Tozik, I know, but...
No, you see, I have an idea. I was here recently while giving advice on the design of the deep-sea constructor golems. It was in the distribution area of the manufacturing tendril that I saw something unusual. For quick deployment, they have their own grounds mindry override. There was a jut using it to directly release golems to the exterior of the spire.
Okay.
Of course. It is only a small range in which it is effective, but that could be just enough to delay total collapse. Do you think that would work, Karek? Oh, yes. By releasing some of the pressure, that should buy us some time.
And so he shapes up the morale back... and so he shapes the morale back up, though in a different design.
We could use that to evacuate any survivors we find. It can form tunnels to the outside, yes?
The way Mieltsa stands and fidgets. If a tunnel opened, she would scramble through it without any thought. The very same fear in fresh surface runners. Cowardice perhaps, but I cannot truly blame her. A remote coordinator does not simply change expertise for fun.
If we must, I suppose, but we will need all the help we can get if we attempt to assault the grounds mind.
What if I expand the control of the override? In a brief stunned silence, our attention is drawn towards Gokfu. How many unauthorized miracles does she know how to perform? Grounds mindry overrides are tightly controlled, but she's clearly capable of more than I have ever known.
How could you possibly do that? In fact, how have you been doing any of this? It is so convenient that you can guide us through the impossible as you have been.
Mieltsa's voice is heavy with accusation, her receptors closed like her fists. Like fists. Oh, I just realized her design has a third arm. She has two arms on either side and then one just kind of across the middle.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, because it looks the same when it zooms back. When it zooms back out, look at her other arms at either side, and it looks very similar. An outburst simply driven by fear, but what is she implying? Eatseal skitters forth, announced by the clicking of their sharp legs against the cystic glass.
You're right, that's a third arm.
Yeah!
Hey, does it matter? Gokfu is helping us save everyone.
Ichil's assertion earns Mieltsa's attention, for she seems to have no retort. But this alone is not enough to diffuse her suspicions. Gokfu hangs her receptors back cynically. She could elect not to even answer, but... Alright, if you want a proper explanation, then fine. Yes, I have a mind core with grounds mindry capabilities. Ugh, what can I say? I'm quite attached to it. Where's the spite coming from? The briefest silence passes, Mieltsa looking between us. She seems to take particular interest in Tozik in this moment.
Is this issue only mine? Our tools and golems usurped, and here before us is a cynical Vel with that very ability. Is your grounds mindry destination truly to help us?
Mieltsa reaches a peak and Tozik eyes me. Itziel backs off to the corner with Karik, their eye drifting with concern now. I will admit this coincidence did not even occur to me, but it is suspicious. But it is not without roots. Gokfu would never intend us harm.
It is without roots.
Oh, but it is without roots. Gokfu would never intend us harm. I should intervene. Mieltsa. She pauses and gazes at me, her receptors slightly releasing from their fist-like clench. I have worked with Gokfu long enough to know. She could not be doing this. In fact, the terror I felt from her within when she was first attacked. No, she could not be a perpetrator, but it is still unusual, this is true. Then I turned to Gokfu, disappointed in her unhelpful handling of the situation. She seemed proud of herself with her little joke, but now I see apologetic shame. Her tone softens to explain. Ugh, yes, I know how it looks. The truth is complex. Mieltsa, you must trust that I am here to help. I can't explain everything later, but we have to get out of here intact first. I see a wordless agreement as Mieltsa's receptors lose their attention. Though they do not stray near one another, they have an accord for now. Okay. To return to our path. Top priority, use the override in manufacturing to stop the structure from collapsing. Next, arm ourselves. In fact, if we can make more time stopper connectors, even better. Also, we should find suitable bodies for Itziel and Karik. Then, find any survivors, Itziel's Kiwi included. Finally, we descend to the grounds mine and cease this madness. All right.
Sounds good.
The others agree with a simple forward waving of their receptors. Excellent. What else? I don't want to end preparations just yet. We got so much more talking to do. It's my favorite part. I really like that lemony flavor. It's not as appley forward as I would expect a cider to be, but because it's mostly just lemon, but it's almost like a hard iced tea, but just a little mellower and a little bit more round, fresh, fruity.
It's so sour.
But well, it's a pleasant sour though. It's is lemonade not a pleasant sour?
True.
I like the thing could be sour but also refreshing and Itziel. every time Akazet addresses someone, exclamation point. Itziel. Tell me about your Kiwi. Their name, the receptors, where you think they may be. Anything will help. As I said that, I felt a murmur of my larval life searching for missing runners. I may have said those exact words before. Velza's fondness for repetition is truly nauseating.
Oh, okay. Well, her name is Doskalvi Kiv Gediziki, and she styles herself with a broken receptor. She is okay, of course. It is just a strange styling. I do not know which area she would be in specifically. You see, she was covering for me while I reconnected with some family over the collective. She does not really enjoy the company of my family very much, and I do not blame her. They were never really happy with me finding a mate from another cave city, you see.
Itziel trails off after seeing the look upon my face and receptors. Am I too flat? Should I be more interested in their romance?
Right. I was going to say I do not know which area she would be in. She was simply a substitute for my hands for the gaze. So wherever you may find a Kiv, I think they probably had her in manufacturing.
I see. Thank you. We will find her, Itziel. What else? Mieltsa. With no exclamation point this time. Wow.
Akizet, hello?
Just as I was trying to get another running joke going.
Sorry.
At once it seems she may launch into an apology, gesturing even with her third arm. See, told you. But I have simply waved the notion away with my receptors. She seems more at ease with my acceptance. At this point, there are no laws binding us anymore. The only thing that matters is survival. Can I trust that you will stand with us against whatever awaits?
Yes, of course.
Gokfu pretends to be uninterested in our conversation. The room is too small for any secrets.
But let me say, there is a reason Ekiva frowns upon mobile grounds mindry. I never much cared for structurism, but the anti-structurists were a sour option themselves. They used illegal grounds mindry to sow chaos anonymously. I mean, that is all a flicker in the past now, but the flame is carried into death still. This could be a coordinated attack, not just by one person, but many. Still, if you can trust Gokfu, I will trust her too. In these times we must, despite whatever may hang over us.
What a strange turn of phrase. She certainly means culturally. But there's something in her tone. I feel a certain weight to it. Has her larval history affected her so severely? Or is she within the greater conflict herself? Despite her flightiness and her outburst, I feel I can trust her. Yes, she must simply be scared beyond her limits. Remote coordinators like her rarely saw any direct action, only ever experiencing the terror of the surface through their distant eyes. But it seems that terror has found her now. Final death has never been closer to all of us. True. Sphere. Karik! Ah! Did you mention earlier that your sphere reserves were low? I'm still unsure if I should crouch while speaking to the mind cores. It seems kinder than looming over them.
Yes, I did. I know repairing Move Friend came first, but if there is any left, I would not protest.
There is a little, do not worry. I draw up a cube of sphere from our stash and simply set it beside Karik, because, though the thought occurred to me, feeding them directly would be so strange. Thankfully, Karik does not hold conflict. Yeah, because, like, they're the same species as one another. It's just one of them's got their fucking Evangelion-ass mind-body human thing going on, and one of them is just their little core out on the ground. And it's like, I get the instinct to kind of infantilize it a little bit, but it's like... That's another whole-ass person right there.
Yeah. It'd be like spoon-feeding a guy that you met like 5 minutes ago on the street, and there was a bus accident or something, and then like, all right,
Here
now we're
comes the
trapped in an
plane.
elevator together, and I'm going to, here comes the plane, you.
Exactly.
Thank you, Akizet.
They coil an emergency leg around the sphere and press it against their side. Their shell extends to envelop it and draw it inward.
Ah, that is much better. I appreciate your efforts, my friend.
Of course. I think we are all prepared here.
I think so too.
With my curiosity sated, we wait. The remaining sphere we collected is distributed amongst ourselves, to mend wounds, attempt repairs to inner components, and so on. And there is some small chat here and there, but in time our progress slows. To a worrying degree, in fact. The corru no longer murmurs past the walls as it did.
Okay, friends, good news. The density is so high I was not able to get you to the usual entry point.
Why is that good news?
In fact, the entire segment is surrounded by dangerously dense corru. Sorry, that was not the good news yet. Here it is. We are near one of the personnel tendrils of the golem maintenance segment. It seems to have sunken and partially collapsed from the damage, but it is still attached to the main area. I can connect you there, but until the corru flows are restored, that is the best I can do. Oh, my room.
How will we get around without a move friend? I was able to help before, but that is not sustainable. Especially not if the density is going to be very high.
Oh, Gokfu, the entire floor is connected. It is not like your segment at all. Or most of them, really. All of the tendrils and chambers are connected semi-permanently. It is easier to move golems and resources around that way.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah.
So the rest of the building is weird then. All of the rooms are just like, they just go directly to an elevator, and then the elevator just takes you wherever you need to go.
Because why would you need it to do anything else? Although that does run into the large building elevator problem. You know about this, right? And the larger you make a building, the more elevators you have to put into it, into the point where you've got entire floors dedicated just to elevators.
Well, in this case, it seems like every door is an elevator, right?
Right. So, like, well, not every single door. It looks like the for example, Akazet's room opened up into a communal hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And that hallway opened up to the move friend. So not every room, but every, like, what do they call it? Tendril?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm less worried about the large building elevator problem and more the problem of, like, does the move friend just go right back to where it came from when you get out? Like, how did the other people who were in that tendril get out?
I'm guessing there was more than one move friend.
Right, but I mean, presumably there's one for each. But then, does it just go on back?
I don't think it's like, I think there's multiple move friends that move within and are gone and are sent where they are needed.
So you got a call button to bring the
Basically,
move
yes.
friend. Okay.
That's what I would assume, but I'm sure some people deep in the lore could correct us. Anyway, I think.
Oh, right.
Yes, this was impressed upon me in my recent visit. It was as if I were strolling through a Vosnian cavern. Ah, in that case, even with the high density, it should still be mostly intact. Contiguous spire chambers are typically well reinforced, for they do not move often. Yes, very good structure. However, it will not last forever. Archival veins around the segment are collapsing and will soon be falling into the area directly. Be careful, friends. I will wait here for when you return.
Are you able to handle the corru pressure here?
No, sorry. Once it is safe for all of you to leave me, I will return to a safe level until you have resolved the pressure problem. You're leaving us? Oh, no. Only a little. I will be back to deliver you to the grounds mindery floor, of course. And if you take too long... Never mind. Good luck.
I am also a fan of the Bright Cousins band Nirvana. Move friend forms a tunnel to the personnel tendril, though it remains partially closed until we are ready to proceed. But before then I should consider, who do I want to accompany me? Mielza has proven to be a powerful defensive force despite her hesitance. Tozik I think we will need for his repair skills, but Gaku's control over corru is uniquely effective. Party menu attached to spatial navigation. Associate with a letter. Oh, okay. Activate or deactivate potential party members. Drag from or into active party. Recollective locus cannot be removed from party. Vows of a kind.
Oh, now there's the side quest menu.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Well, let's, chat. Mielza fidgets with her claws, her receptors collapsed with anxiety. When she notices my approach, she seizes, standing at attention with her receptors opened.
Akizet, hello.
Mielza! What kind of remote work did you do? You were a coordinator, yes?
Oh, yes. I kept watch over the surface around Akaniva with the rest of my team. Do you recall the early coordination pods? Before grounds mindery had even been tried. Haha. Our minds were projected to airborne surface drones where we guided runners and...
I'm clicking. You see me clicking.
Well, since I was the only tier, I typically handled all the casualty trauma cases. When only part of a team was lost.
All too well. Surface trauma paralysis is far deadlier than any lone predator. Oh, does that not mean you wielded one of the more heavily armed drones?
Oh, yes.
I see. Perhaps we could construct a drone for you here. Yes, the time stopper could allow you to fight on two fronts. Immediately, something in her stance changes. That flightiness from before slightly fades. The notion emboldens her.
You're right. Even a small one could change our odds. Still, it is like an echo of my larval life. Velzia's fondness for repetition is truly nauseating.
Truly. Wait, didn't Akazet also say that? Exact same thing.
I think so.
Mielza!
Ah,
About you and Gakfu.
I'm not going to do that every time.
No, it's funny though.
Oh, right.
There is a sort of frustrated curl that forms in the tendrils of her receptors.
have we not resolved this? If she is your friend and you trust her, I will too. I cannot spend any time thinking about this, given what we must do.
Ah, well said. There's little room to interrogate her further. Perhaps this was her intention. No, I'm letting that stupid cyst get to me again. If I pry further, it may place us as foes, whether she is within the conflict or not. For now, things must be as simple as they seem. Yes, a simple cultural dispute. Of course. Mielza! I know what may test her allegiance. If she's within the conflict, maybe she has a clue. Do you have any theories on what might be happening? The source of this madness, do you know what it is? Well, key smash, that just spilled out. Did not mean to say it like that. Key smash. Velza, strike me now. I am so stupid. I'm sorry, I mean... She sees the recoiling twist in my receptors, signaling the slightest confusion in hers. Did that not even seem strange to her? I must suppress my panic.
I have my suspicions. This is surely the work of saboteurs. Whether it be one terrible mind or a collective, they are betrayers throwing everything we have worked for away.
I think I agree with her so far as, like, this definitely seems intentional. This doesn't seem like an even possibly natural occurrence, even with the corru tech.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If it was, I think they would all be handling it differently. It's not like the human equivalent of an earthquake.
Yep.
Right? Where it's like, oh, that's an act of nature. We know how it sucks, but we know how to handle this, and we don't blame people. Everyone seems to be thinking that there is a liable party here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
to what service I cannot say, but this is far too directed for it to be anything else.
I see. Thank you very much. Tozik! Wait, hold on. We didn't try to Unity over here. I think we're going to get no response again.
Yeah, I think it'll be by entity, so given we've already done it to these ones, then it won't be any different.
I don't know. I was trying it again because, like, I don't know if in the game they're counted as separate entities within this instance.
I bet they're not.
I mean, it could have gone either way. Tozik eyes me expectantly as I approach him. Where he normally might wait for me to address him, he instead greets me.
Akizet?
Ah! Tozik! How much longer will the time stopper serve us remotely? We are some distance away, and yet, it seems to be working exactly the same.
The time stopper's effectiveness is not exactly linear. It uses a highly efficient, near-instantaneous form of dull transmission, similar to the kind used to connect floating columns to their bodies, but with more force.
So we've got basically an Ansible.
So it will work until it simply does not. Before we descend again to be safe, we will need to find a way to bring it closer to the ground's mindery floor.
I see. Tozik! Is there anyone we should watch out for? Any friends of yours or anything? I know his relationships are a sensitive subject. They must be even more so now. Still, I must ask.
No.
An answer without delay. It would be foolish to pry further. Tozik! What do you think is happening? Do you still think it is too early to tell?
Well, we have seen that the signal, whatever it is, seizes things at random, sometimes with grounds mindery, other times without. But it is only ever corru unoccupied by a mind, be it co or strong echo. Have in sight as well, move friend was fine when repaired until the grounds mind took notice.
Okay, so like remember this as well. Got it.
The bar friend did not attack us either. So all said, it is clear to me that the grounds mindery is compromised, but certain constructs with weaker echoes like the containers and lamps are seized without grounds mindery. What if the true cause is the signal itself? What if Vikoa had exited the grounds mindery for one reason or another, then the signal came and used it to warp our golems to its purpose?
But how? Grounds mindery requires too much mental focus for it to be something like that, right? Tozik simply waves his receptors negatively.
Whatever is happening is reaching far beyond any limitation I was familiar with. You felt the meaning behind the signal too, did you not? It was beyond full understanding. And the way it invaded our minds directly, even rendering us into unwilling unconsciousness, to lesser echoes like the simple ones within containers and lamps, even the attendants and these golems we face now, it may have completely overridden their echoes with whatever purpose the signal truly meant to impart. This theory is the best I have for now. Either way, I am certain that seizing the grounds mindery will at least partially end this madness.
It has to be. Well, thank you. Gakvu! I think we always want Tozik in the party for healing, so it's going to be Mieltsa and Gakvu that we, Do I click and drag? I click and drag. Okay, so then does that mean Gakvu over here? Gakvu! Turn off your cloak, please. Really? No? Alright. Unity! No response. Okay. What's up? You did a little tongue click like you were about to say something.
Oh, I was just going to say again, I'm pretty sure that unitying these guys again isn't going to do a different thing.
I am so certain as well, and yet I am not so certain in my certainty that I wouldn't want to double check just in case, you know. I don't know. I was certain there was nothing else to find back in the other areas, and yet it turned out to be that there was stuff. So maybe my certainty isn't a great barometer for this game. As I approach Gokfu, she dips her head in receptor's disrespect. She dips her head in honey.
From the top.
All right, hold on. Take one. All right, ready? Okay.
And restart the episode.
All right. Hey, welcome. Quick, restart the episode, SK. All right, let's try this again. As I approach Gokfu, she dips her head All right, no. One more time. Okay. Hey, welcome everyone. As I approach Gokfu, she dips her head and receptors respectfully.
We got there!
First time! Easy, every time. Literally free. Though their playful twist has been undone in light of what we have seen. What do you need, Gazette? Gokfu! Oh! I have been wondering. You have had your grounds bindery this whole time, yes? Have you ever used it before? With us or in the research tendril? I've never even had the slightest suspicion. Well, Akizet, the punishment far outweighed any benefit to using it. Even when I was alone or lazy, it is a tool that has laid dormant for a long time, to say nothing of Vakoa's attentiveness. That makes it sound like Gokfu was some kind of sleeper agent.
Maybe.
Like, given tools far in advance, unsure of when they would be used, but simply by virtue of having had them there for so long undetected, given the element of surprise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Besides, I must admit to you, that is part of why I took this position. I wanted to get away from everything I had involved myself in back home. You do not simply climb into a mind core with grounds mindry by accident. Still, it is like I said, even if I have brought us so far with it, it must remain a secret at all costs. I sense a pointed edge in her words, just when she nearly opened up even more. Of course. Gokfu? About Miltza, I keep my voice down, but even still, she cuts me off. Do you want to feed this flame, Akizet? The smoke would suffocate us. There is not just cynicism in her words. It is concern for me, too. What am I to make of this? How can I trust either of them at this point? But she is right. We must work harmoniously to survive. Of course. Gokfu! Do you have any theories on what is happening? Not really. Well, I guess I do have one, but no, it's stupid. Even if Vakoa turned on us, how could she seize the containers and lamps? Their ability to receive grounds mindry is so limited. There would have to be a grounds mindry relays dotted throughout the spire. What if that is the case? What if Gokfu is not the only person that has a small portable grounds mindry? What if there was a cabal of a cohort of folks who all had access to the small personal grounds mindries like Gokfu does? Maybe part of that sect that Gokfu was trying to get away from.
Mm-hmm.
And so while Gokfu may have been involved with that sect in the past, she wanted, at least according to her story, she came here to try to get away from that. So maybe incidentally still has some of those tools, but is otherwise not involved. Last I felt, this one follows an archival pattern rather than a relay pattern. As I listen, her explanation crawls to a stop and she watches me strangely. I accidentally formed the slightest curl in my receptors. Too vague for her to tell why, but she cuts herself off. To put it simply, I have no ideas. We just have to stop it and get out. Agreed! Okay. Hello, Moo Friend. Moo Friend! Where are our tiny friends?
Not visible.
Are they in the party with us? No, we got restorative assists, Nime assists. Alright. Oh!
Wow.
Alright, that was fun. We advance to the personnel tendril, with those of us with time stopper connectors at the front. Moo Friend's tunnel slowly becomes crooked as it adjusts to the uneven tendril. The corru walls take the form of false cave stone, just like our recreation chamber. And so the terrible brutality before us is like a vision of the past. But it is here now, a failed barricade given way to invasion. And it is silent without sign of foe. The co here are dissected, mind cores half dissolved in their bled components. Others avert their eyes after a quick scan, but I find myself staring. Why are their bodies so intact? Why such precision? Regardless, I do not see any sign of Itzil's Kiwi. These are Jute and Vel. Just keep moving. I gesture for the mind cores to climb up along the walls and ceiling, as will be safer. And then a step into our advance, a familiar whisper comes again. We exchange a few glances, Tozik's receptors at attention. He speaks flatly, dreadfully.
It is happening again.
That is all the time we have to brace ourselves. The signal, the pain, it is here. The wordless message breathed again. I feel stronger, but we stand. Are we more resilient? I can think this time. I can feel that the pain is not mine. Manage to stay standing against the wall, and the others stumble, clutch their heads to their chests. My eyes bend, my sense of gravity is disrupted, but I stay conscious.
What is happening again? Hey, are you okay?
What? I see through the pain the mind cores plainly looking down upon us from the ceiling. Are they not affected? Interesting. So it's not the mind cores themselves being targeted, but something about the bodies that they inhabit. The signal is short-lived this time, like an echo of itself. Already it abates. My eyes slowly recover, though I feel my perception is still not entirely accurate. But before I can say anything, there is a rustling throughout the room. The slain some have risen. Their bodies distorted by their damage, as if drawn to terrible life by Sekri.
What is terrible life?
Terrible life? That's a good question. Parasite reanimation.
I see.
Terrible life seems to be like the life after the second life. Like when the parasite just doesn't know when to quit it, you know?
I mean, that seems like a different thing, right? Because the Sekri are a different thing?
Predator, infection, primal terror. Okay, yeah, the Sekri is different from whatever is doing the second life. I prophesized. I prophesized.
No, we're going with it.
I guessed that what might be happening to the Obesk in their second life might be something similar to that. But they also seem to be afraid of the Sekri. So maybe not, or maybe it's two different warring factions of mind fungus. Is that key smash? It is not an illusion. They are real and they walk towards us with the strangest serenity.
Here. I am here. I am here.
Now. They speak in unison, each unique voice blending into one another, a droning metallic chorus filling the tendril. At first, with each step towards us, we back away uncertain. To kill an aberrant container is simple, but do these ones intend us harm, or is it more? Can they be helped? I step forward. Hello.
Here. I hear you. I hear you. Usurpers.
Alcazette, stay back. Those are not Obesk. Her fear conveys what I need to know. They are not miraculous survivors. They are infested husks. We must make the first move. Did I not examine the enemy types in the last segment? Maybe that's part of what was missing.
I think that could be it.
Co-bodies of friends I had not met, excavated of their mind cores, drawn as weapons, and possibly our first true sign.
Our first true sign of what?
What? Well, remind me to keep examining enemies as we go here, because that's going to be important. Oh, they got 20 HP. Ooh, oy vey.
They got a lot more HP than we do.
All right, well, Gokfu, how you doing there? Ooh, Gokfu needs... we want a quick mend on Gokfu, right?
Yep.
Thank you!
Is it better for us to also evade when they're doing the focus thing?
Oh, they're doing the focus thing. Yeah, maybe. So do focus instead. Oh, am I bleeding? Alright, that's a good point. Alright, let's mess up this guy. Oh, such a strange feeling. All right, let's quick mend on Gakvu again.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Oh, frig. Heals, please. Okay, cool. We made it through a turn without fucking bleeding out.
Oh, good. And now that one's stunned.
There it is. A few more like that. Oh, actually, you know what? Quick mend on Akizet.
What's Tozik's max HP, by the way?
10.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to quick mend yourself as well. Husk whip. Okay, so wait, does that mean they're... Fear, what is that? Prohibited by remove my ally crit. Okay, we're going to focus that. Oh, can't. That's what was...
What's stab do, by the way? What's the difference between overwhelm and stab?
It does not carry the... Oh, this adds puncture.
Does less damage, but it punctures. I see.
So with longer fights like this one, it's probably better to go for the puncture. Because that applies a dot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
%, incoming and outgoing damage and heal. So that's going to make it hit us harder.
Yeah, okay, that seems very risky. So it's focused now, right?
Yep.
Okay. We can't focus with Akizet, but we should probably focus with these two. Rather than, well, Nutter Butters. Okay. Let's go ahead and get in there. Get in there. One more. Oh, hey! They have 1 HP. I just want to take the odds and go for it.
Yep.
All right. The last husk crumbles into itself. Immediately, I scan over our team, and we are fine enough. Itzel and Kari cling to the ceiling in the corners, Itzel refusing to look. Mieltsa and Gakvu both have recoiled in our victory, with no celebration. Tozik most of all seems present in this moment with me, drawn to one of the corpses. The adrenaline, the subtle joy I felt before is overwhelmed by grief. I did not know these Ko, but in their incoherent faces were every person I have ever spoken kindly to.
These...
He nearly addresses them as Ko, but thinks better of it as his voice shakes into a pause.
They have no mark of control, no sigil or connector, no mind core. How is this even possible? Our bodies are too complex even for regular grounds mindry.
These bodies are all truly uninhabited. The mind cores, Itzel, Karik, maybe they could. No, a terrible thought. I dare not even complete it. But that does bring something to mind. Hey, Itzel, Karik, did you not feel the signal a moment ago? The same one as before, the pain, the madness. They look at one another, though Itzel returns to huddling in the corner, I spot turned away.
No. I mean, I felt something, but it just passed. It was not like before.
Gakvu, Mieltsa, you felt it. A simple affirmative receptor gesture from both is all they can muster for now. Tozik stands from the body he examined, drawing his corru skeevy back beneath the surface of his hand.
I did too. It felt closer. We are on the right path.
His finality implies we should leave this tendril sooner rather than later. So we commence, but still closer is a good way to put it. It felt stronger, but it may just be proximity. Itzel, Karik, remain close. Stay high and far away from any bodies or inactive golems.
Okay, Akizet.
Alright. Ko body. Countless puncture marks embossed in their metallic remains. Oh hey, the lights are on. A nostalgic design, reminiscent of a time before the corrucistic revolution. The real ones contained Yuzku. I don't know what that is. This is just another Koba. Okay, yeah.
Are they all going to be the same, I wonder, or is it going to be distinct entities? I bet it's all the same, but it's not immediately obvious to me.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think they're all the same. Yeah, it looks like the same description of them. I think it's just a generic body.
Yep.
Okay. Block pushing puzzle? Oh no, that was the failed barricade. That's right. Okay. More cave lights. Okay. What? Why can't I?
This is it above you?
There it is.
Inherited context, lobby. And it's just a thing to...
Oh, it's just a
hover.
sign.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
That can be an enemy? Repair friend.
Repair friend. Explicit game element, not real, not a reenactment of violence. I swear, mind's eye, please work. Thanks, Moth. We appreciate it.
That's fun.
Personable assistant utilized in Golem and Co-body construction. Bears many tools and many arms. Seized by the grounds mind?
You could get around mind spike technology by just gaslighting it.
Another cave.
A future we inch ever closer to IRL.
Yep. Personnel. Okay, that's what... okay, got it. Oh, is that that's the repair friend, and that's... what is this?
That says lobby as well, right?
That also says lobby. Okay. Oh, I see. There's no getting past you, is there?
I mean, maybe there is. Oh, guess not.
We are beset by incoherent foes. Our only option is to fight. Alright. Golem. Golem contains volatile dull components that normally are not an issue. Seized by the groundsman? Bears many tools and many arms. Okay, cool. So one is a repair friend and then just a general golem.
I wonder if the repair friend's going to heal the other.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I think we go after the repair friend first.
Yeah,
and I
focus
think
down
we
the
want to
healer.
start doing the stab to get some DOT on it.
And it's only worth doing one stab because it won't stack.
Yeah. And then we don't want to destabilize. Seems really risky right now. And then let's just have Tosit just go on, just keep attacking. Golem just explodes? What?
Oh, yep, and repair friend is helping repair.
I see. Okay, so it
And it
lost
also
the DOT.
lost the DOT.
So let's keep that one on the back foot. Hell yeah. All right, we're doing all right. Golem just explodes. All right, cool. So no point in doing another puncture on this one. We just... okay, there we go. And now we... at least the explosion seems to be not that accurate. I don't want to see what happens when it hits, but...
Yep.
Golem melts into a more aggressive shape, huh?
Making it vulnerable.
Well, let's just go in then.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Attacks back. Spikes. Okay, I see. That's fine. We'll take a little... we just don't want it to get a turn. It is simply that easy. Our foes lie destroyed within the debris. I find a static cyst. All right. Oh, key smash. They are here too and are drawn to us immediately. It was not a single moment of madness. Velza's eye hangs heavily over us. I feel its delight in our torment. These husks must be destroyed before the others can come through. Personnel. Okay. So this appears to be the lobby then. Oh, that's the save iteration button. Gelly. Personable golem with a strong tear echo, either unable or unwilling to perceive reality as it was. This is mostly intact for some reason, so it has... so it has visual data. I see. It's too dangerous. We must destroy these foes. Okay.
All right, let's destroy some foes.
This is another cave light or Velic spear. Velic spear. Imitation of Velic parasite lodges into Velic tendrils. Sprouts are prized for their hard, translucent skin. right, I see. So what's happening over here? Kiv skin. Tough design used in underwater construction seized by the grounds mind?
Let's fight it.
I'm just seeing if there's anything. We will! I'm just seeing if there's anything. Spare supply is what that says up there. Okay.
We won't be able to do conversation interacts until we do the fight anyway.
No, but I was seeing if there were any other manufacturing over there. Okay. I was seeing if there were any other just general examines to do. Will it let us just go over there and save?
Probably.
And what's that say? That says
if you hover over it, you'll see it. Clicking it doesn't do anything.
minor operations. So, okay. Let's go ahead and save before this fight. Iteration saved. Grand door. I didn't see this over here. An opposing door marred by heavy impacts. Gotta destroy foes first. Unity!
Let's destroy some foes first, and then we can interact with stuff.
No response. Can we get Unity on this one? No.
We cannot.
Could you imagine, though, if we could? We are beset by incoherent foes. Our only option is to fight. Okay, what do we got here? Another husk.
And the Kiv skin.
Okay. Tough design used in underground. Okay. I think we go after the big guy first here. And let's give it a stab so it gets some puncture. Scramble on that. And...
Korski it.
yeah, let's do that. Wow! Heck yeah, that's a pretty good turn one. Is that destruct? Okay, so and they're evading right now. That's fine.
Nice, and it's stunned, too.
Let's get this guy. When they're stunned, is it auto crit?
No, but the vulnerable is increasing crit chance.
Okay, Gakvu needs a... sweet. Okay, let's quick mend Gakvu and then we can take care of the husk over here. Okay. And yet it moves. And yet it moves. Okay. Some actions per hit until ally crit. That's fine. Let's stab you. Okay, cool. There we go. And the fear is gone. I think we just quarter Skeevy again. Okay, so now we need you to... stunned. Excellent. And we want a quick mend on Akazet, please. All right. And then one of these.
And then it's going to die on its turn. Yep.
Heck yeah!
That was a good one.
That was a good one. I think we're getting the hang of this. It ain't no Megami Tensei, but it's pretty good. Sorry you think the game sucks, bro. You got to do it anyway. What, you want me to get in there and do it?
I'm imagining, what if this exploit worked, but the games were always way too hard? You gotta be both a Mind Spike infiltrator specialist person and also a true pro gamer.
Yeah.
Because it's all just the post-end game, new game plus insanity mode difficulty. It just turns out that's what makes it work.
Yeah, they have to get all the the fucking Atlas RPG playtesters in here. Oh man, yeah. Just get anyone who played Etrian Odyssey 1. No, not the re-release, the original. I like Etrian Odyssey. It's very fun, but very difficult. With the area clear, I also noticed the doors here are sealed. It is safe enough, so I call back. It is safe to proceed. Come quickly. And so we stand in this great lobby, where I imagine Mufren must first try to deliver us. The stone and the decorations of false life. Were it not for the splattered koroi and sludge from our once friends, it would be beautiful. Eatseal, where is maintenance from here? Eatseal scurries toward me, then past me? They approach the central desk, which seems to have a managerial golem stationed at it.
Wow, I love that golem's look.
That golem is so dapper! It is inactive. I did not even notice it at first. Uncanny. It resembles a Ko more than a golem.
Kelly? Sorry, Akizet, I will answer you, but I must see.
Itziel climbs up onto the golem's shoulder, then extends a branched receptor towards its head. Tozik steps forward, reaching out in objection.
Itziel, you should not take any chances with.
Of course, it is already too late, and as Itziel is already connected to it. In an instant, the golem's face flickers to life, its glow restored. Then comes the rest of its body. It looks down at the mind core on its shoulder, away from us.
Hello, Itziel.
You want another one?
Oh, do you want to take one?
Take one.
Hello, Itziel.
All right.
What are you doing here? I thought you took the gaze off. Its voice is feminine, shifting between intonations strangely as golems tend to. Yeah, that's the most feminine voice you get out of me. When Itziel disconnects, Gelly looks toward us, pseudo-receptors extending in greeting. Itziel seems alright, though they are looking at Gelly strangely. Perhaps with an engineer's eye addressing the damage. Though this is interesting, it sprouted disconnected receptors. The physical making of an echo with lifelike personality. It is likely bearing a strong echo of a tear in the embassy, or perhaps one carried from home. Oh, welcome! You are all from another division? If you were hoping to use Gelly's eyes drift around, scanning over the carnage, the damaged ceiling and the walls. Then it seems to stare at me with the strangest expression of bafflement. Or through me? I move out of the way, but it stares at me still. And I check over my shoulder with a spin of my head. But when I look back at the golem, it now looks at me, not like before. I see.
Interesting. What did that mean?
What is it seeing in Akazet? Or is it recognizing that maybe it's recognizing it's in a memory at the moment?
That could be.
And it's recognizing the beholder of that memory, like the person, the first person.
Yeah.
It's seeing the fourth wall.
Okay. This could be one of our trio that we got to retreat.
Probably.
Gelly, oh, you are okay. Can you help us? There is an emergency. Everything is going crazy.
Itziel scurries down onto the desk to speak with the golem. Gelly smiles like a bright cousin, dipping its head respectfully. Strange behavior to assign to a golem. I suspect they wanted the co here to practice smiling in case of public appearance.
Assigned golem at death.
AGAD. I will do what I can. What do you need? The doors all seem to be locked. Maybe this golem can help us through.
Let's ask.
Gelly, I am Akazet. That is Gogfu, and Milza, Tozik, and Karik. Seems you already know Itziel. There is some sort of attack upon the spire. We thought it was the grounds mine at first, but now unoccupied co-bodies are being manipulated as well. Did you receive any communications or signals while inactive? Gelly gives a negative wave of its pseudo-receptors. No communications, Akazet. Although I had the strangest dream. An endless repetition of the same terrible gaze forever. And I could not wake up from it. Stranger still is that I'm not supposed to dream, you see. But then came Itziel to save me. Thank you, my friend. By the way, I do not recall you being so small. You look so silly this way. Gelly giggles with a strange naivete. Itziel chuckles too, but out of discomfort, slowly crawling away from the golem. Does not seem to fully grasp the nature of the emergency, even with the bodies before it. Is this a manifestation of incoherence, or simply how the echo was designed? Either way, a managerial golem like Gelly will be invaluable for monitoring the spire's health. Gelly, do you know where the grounds mindery override is? It is in manufacturing, yes? Oh, let me see. Gelly's faceplate freezes as it draws its attention inwards. It seems to be connected directly to the floor and undoubtedly to a larger organ beneath. I suspect Gelly can sense the entire segment in some capacity. Yeah, it is. And the override is within the distribution chamber, which is the final segment opposite to the entrance. So just walk through and you'll be able to see it. Gelly is visibly pleased with its answer, smiling again.
Gelly, is there an operational impressor in the area?
Its gaze is drawn inwards again, taking slightly longer this time. What is that, Tozik?
An instruction deep cloning tool? Usually it is only used in co-body and golem construction, but I think we can use it for this. You see, if we want to make more time stopper connectors, it is not enough to simply copy them, for their connection to the time stopper is complex. A total dull synchronization must occur, and an impressor will let us do that remotely.
So they're trying to get a full party of 4 going here. Oh! Forgive me my delay, Tozik. Most of them are broken now. But there is a functioning one in the chamber just behind me. Advanced operations! It is in the form of a corboku, so I should be able to just grab it for you. Large core cystic devices stored in adjacent corru or other corru medium until needed. Connected modularly to tendrils. I understand you want to use it right away, so I'll connect it to manufacturing. Please wait. I seem to be unable to remove it from the advanced operations chamber. Is that Velza giggling I hear? Gelly turns, drawing our attention as well. The doors to the chamber are mangled in ways that the collapsing spire would not cause. The compressor itself is reporting full function, but adjacent corru pressure is forcing it against the chamber. The room itself seems to be severely damaged. I suspect that has something to do with the foundational construction column they are working on. Due to the damage, I am unable to see inside and cannot establish contact. If you wish to use the grounds mindry override, you may be able to fix the door and pressure. My control over the local area is very limited by comparison. So yes, please do that, and ensure everyone inside is alright.
Gelly,
Nah!
have you seen my Kiwi? You recall her, yes?
Of course, I remember. Doski, I heard you call her. Why would she be here?
Never mind. She is just here, okay? We need to find her.
Oh, well, I cannot really help you. There's so many realize not responding right now. But while you look for her, please show your friends around. There's so much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? Again, Gelly seems pleased with its tone-deaf response. All right, the plan is the same then. Stop the collapse, find Etil's Kiwi and any survivors, scrape together what we can, and then we proceed. Gelly, can you open the smaller doors nearby for us if they are clear? Yes! Directly connected tendrils are spare, supply, manufacturing, and minor operations. Cannot open them all immediately, but I'm standing by to open the doors for you. For I sense that there are non-co entities within each, and they are not responding to my identification requests, so I must keep them closed for now. If you see them, please let me know to respond to me as soon as they can, and let me know if you need anything else. I linger near Gelly, thinking about what lies ahead. Hello, Akizet. What do you need? Okay, so these are our 3 options for rooms to go into.
Should we inspect around the space more? Because there was another act, at least one, right?
Yeah, we can do that after we finish talking about it. This doesn't seem
Is
like
this going to open it?
No, I feel like that's not going to open them.
Okay.
This is going to tell us about what's in them.
Okay.
Given how my guess is that the way it will work is that we approach it and then that triggers it. What can you tell me about the manufacturing tendril? Well, it is in the name, yes. It is home to a number of slow and fast foundry vats for varying levels of corru instruction. And that is where the grounds mindry override is, for distribution purposes. From here I can feel that it is largely intact, but... Gelly shakes its head and receptors both, slowly. It pauses to think about something, then opens its pseudo-receptors in bafflement. The distribution network is behaving erratically. Someone must be fooling around with the override again. A troublesome Vel, no doubt. Nah. Its antler antenna things go erect when it's... Oh, that's so cute. I scoff and glance at Gokfu, whose tightly wound receptors loosen in response. Hee. What do you know? What do you know about the sphere supply tendril? That is where essential metals are processed, and sphere is grown for this segment of the embassy. Additionally, it is a storage chamber equipped with dull microconnectors for remote delivery. The technology fresh from the Jute's receptors. Microconnectors.
Oh yes, Akizet, it is an exciting development. It is like using the contrivance for small mundane materials. I do not know the specifics myself, but Gosri, a friend of mine, was the proponent of those.
That does not seem very safe.
Well, it is still a new technology. I heard about those on the network, a Vosnian development from Ukazniozo, ironically.
We know Ozo means fortress, right? Surface City Mountainous Fortress, origin of dull pulse weaponry. Okay.
Though the implementation seemed promising, it seems reckless to use them in the domain of the Bright Cousins.
Do not worry, it is perfectly safe. Though I cannot clearly perceive what is happening within that tendril right now. Because there's a strange interference originating from it. I suppose that is why I cannot contact anyone, in fact. Could you go tell them to stop that? What? Was that where the signal could be coming from? No. The grounds mind sigil we saw before demands it must be the grounds mind.
Unless it's not.
Regardless, this warrants investigation. That aside, it could be a valuable resource for the creation of our armaments.
What if it's 2 different things going on, where there's one thing
that like somebody's got control of the grounds mindery and is using that to try and fuck stuff up, and somebody else has got this signal that's taking over the inanimate objects.
So that's why it's hard to reconcile, because it's two separate things going on at once.
Yep.
So do you think the grounds mindery takeover was itself a hostile action? Do you think it was also planned and just coincidentally happened at the same time, or was it an opportunistic thing?
Or is it warring factions?
Yeah.
Although they haven't fought against each other, is what.
Yeah, they just seem pretty indiscriminate.
Yeah.
I wonder almost if you're right and there's a separate entity in control of the grounds mindery, I wonder if they're just trying to defend it in the only way they can and they don't really know how else to do it. And that's kind of winding up doing more harm than good here. What lies within the minor operations tendril?
Oh, a wealth of interesting research. Contains the side projects and lesser divisions within the golem maintenance team. A large number of chambers that float around the corru of that tendril. But only a few are directly connected at a time, as the others are on hold. Presently, the connected divisions are... Oh, let me see.
Gelly's gaze defocuses, and its pseudoreceptors slowly close with concern.
How funny. Deconstruction, dull development, friends, translation. They appear to be connected, but are nearly all affected by some sort of blockage. I wonder what they got up to in there. Must have been some kind of party, am I right? You may only be able to reach a few of them for now. I will alert the grounds mind.
That will not be necessary. We can fix it.
All right, thank you.
The golem smiles widely at me again, blindly accepting my blatant lie. Translation: a strange operation to have in a golem maintenance floor. Perhaps they were preparing some sort of new translation golem. May or may not be of great use to us now, but perhaps we should at least fetch some of the archival data if any of it is intact. A great amount of work between divisions was done to decipher so many languages of the cousins. It would be a tragedy if any were lost. I mean, couldn't you just also ask them for, like, our dictionaries and shit? Would you like a copy of our dictionaries? We've done a whole lot of work ourselves to translate languages between ourselves. Of course, this is only secondary to preventing the structures from collapsing as a whole. Thank you, Gelly.
Oh, Akizet. All of the minor operations have direct connections to the archival veins. Once the area is stabilized, we could go see if anything there would be of use to us. I know the Dull Development Division had some interesting projects. They may come in handy now.
Interesting. Yes, we should. All right. So manufacturing, spare supply, and operations. What sounds interesting to you?
Honestly, all of them.
That's...
What's the one that seems most likely to advance the plot, so we don't do that one first?
This is where we came from, right? All right. We should do some more interacts around here since it looks like our party is just hanging out in the room.
Yeah.
Also, we can act on Gelly now.
Gelly! Yay.
Knew it.
What do you mean, knew it? You were the one telling me not to do all of these.
No, I wasn't. I was telling you not to do it on the other ones because those ones clearly weren't.
I see.
And we had already done it. But this is a different entity, and this
Okay.
one's all weird.
Okay. Gelly is staring through me again. It is so unsettling. Is it truly untouched by the signal? Is it madness? Does it simply have a distaste for Vel? Gelly? Is something wrong?
Nothing! Nothing!
Cannot move. Help. Let me out.
Nothing!
Forcing people. Oh, I wonder if Gelly is our... Is Gelly our fairy? Or
Could
lost
be.
one?
Please let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Find others.
Getting some weird inherited context on this one, you see that?
Yeah, thank you again for showing us on that just in case. Find others. Strange thought forcing people. Can't move. Help. Let me out.
Maybe this is that lost one this council was talking about.
Okay, lost one.
Really wish it wasn't such a critical memory, though. Really think we could help it?
New discoveries are as valuable as memories. These lucid thought forms in their masks are new ground. We need to get more from them.
I guess. But we have a golden goose here, you know? So much wrong with this course is that I'm trying to be careful. You know, if you really want to go ahead with this, we need to figure out what that context means. Door gap. I don't know if we have anything that could actually change the memory enough to help. Maybe the council knows what we should do? Definitely don't go ask your fun friend, though, lol.
Okay, so we did find... So this is our lost one. Okay, cool.
Is it our lost one?
That's what Moth seemed to think. Moth said perhaps this is our last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is getting pretty serious. So much worse than I ever imagined, honestly.
I have a question about this part of the collapse.
Might not be the best help here, but what's up?
What do you think is really happening here? What really happened with the collapse?
Even with a few decades of hindsight, the public info is pretty sparse and unhelpful. Gravity miscalculation? Give me a break. Can't believe I ever fell for that one now. Fuck, dude. Anyway, my best bet is that it's tied to the storm. You know the electric corru thing Akizet gave us, apparently? Like, okay, I'm not saying I think a human caused this, but it seems like the Obesk had a good thing going for a really long time.
Oh, Moth is raising the theory I raised an episode or two ago.
Yep.
Then around the same time, Akizet hands over something she herself said was shelved and experimental. That's when it all blows up. So that doesn't explain why the golems never hurt any humans.
So maybe it was like humans experimenting with the new tech and accidentally melted something critical?
Seems more directed than that, though.
Maybe, but again, like, I guess it would have to be a faction that just wanted them out because, like I was saying, I don't believe it would be selfishness, and like there's still way more obvious stuff to get out of them than just the one connector.
People can be selfish and stupid at the same time as well.
True.
At least not on the public record. There's no way even a single Obesk attack would be able to be covered up. Not in the climate the 30s had. I know that's not helpful, but I haven't really had to think about this. You don't need to theorize. I know we're going to get some real answers eventually here.
These husks are without any mind cores. How could that work?
Yeah, I see that. I mean, obviously I have no idea what's going on here, but I do know that Obesk tech always needs a source for its thoughts. Golems have echoes, a lot of their stationary stuff is hooked up to similar things, whether that be through their grounds mindry or through actual veins. Of course, the Ko have mind cores. I know that Corru can actually just start thinking on its own. That's what their version of incoherence is. There's just no precedent for it ever organizing on this scale. When Obesk things starve and become incoherent, they eventually stop working. I've seen it 100 times. If anything, this has to be some whacked out version of grounds mindry we've never seen before. And one that Akizet has never seen before either. IDK, that's the only way it could make sense to me. Also, do you see how some look kind of skeletal? I actually did have some Obesk who looked like that. But never in situations where they appeared to us publicly. I've even seen some photos of Ko that looked like that working on construction and stuff. The prevailing theory is that those Obesk probably had spare friendly bodies for when they had to talk to humans or show up on TV or something.
Okay.
Gelly makes me feel weird.
Dude?
No, I mean, I think it looked at me.
Oh yeah, like, how?
Past Akizet at me, like Fun Friend can.
Okay, well that's really strange. Definitely didn't say anything. Let's keep an eye on it, I guess. It's not acting incoherent.
Pink means... Oh, right.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, let's... Wow, this episode is already almost over. Let's finish going around the lobby here and chatting with our friends.
Yeah.
And then I think we'll call it a sode here. Hello, mind cores. Itil and Karik, briefly debodied. Unity! Alright, well, I tried. Itil and Karik chitter to one another quietly. My approach brings it to a slow halt, and they turn to face me.
Akizet, how beholds you?
Religious implication, common idiom. How does Velzi's gaze behold you?
Hi, Akizet.
Itil! This place is practically your home. Is there anything we should watch for? Perhaps any locations to find armaments or schematics?
Oh yes, beyond the override, which supersedes all else, manufacturing has a few vats we can use to create things. The minor operations tendril has some archival connections that may lend us schematics. Oh, and the sphere tendril will grant us a pool of resources to create with. It is not as much as if we were on, say, the materials segment, but since we worked on so many golems down here, we have our own mini supply. We even have our own preprocessors.
Some pride is carried with Itil's words, enough for me to pay it mind. But as I do, Itil suddenly withdraws, their eye drifting around.
Well, had.
Their receptors settle into a sorrowful clasp. Thank you, Itil. We will get through this. Yes, they have seen us cut down the animated remains of their team. What are they supposed to feel? What do I say?
Any support I offer will be washed away by the blood of any further husks we must fight. I briefly shift my gaze to Karik and gesture a receptor covertly. They understand, I think, to help brace Itziel. This is not easy for any of us, but Itziel knew each of these people. Itziel! Could you remind me again what your Kiwi looks like? I nearly said looked. The odds of her still being intact are not great, especially with these new monstrosities.
Oh yes, of course. Dozkalvi, she is a Kiv with a broken receptor. It is a memento even of a heroic deed she achieved on the surface, you see.
They had Mentos back there. A distinct and eccentric mark, enough to identify her in its own right. That is probably enough to watch out for.
She is an expert with remote lifting tools, so if she is still on this segment, she is probably in manufacturing somewhere. Velzy instills a vision. She has been smashing these creatures with ease, no doubt. Once we find her, our odds will grow so much greater.
They certainly will. Itziel! What do you know about Gelly? It is usually so, what is the word? Is it usually so, ignorant, naive? There's something strange about its echo. I do not even really know what, but it is like it looked through me for a moment.
Oh, Gelly is extremely smart, usually. Maybe it is just some damage from the signal, but I know what you mean. When I connected to Gelly for that instant, there was this strange and terrible vision, a dream, like it said. It was so brief, but so strong. A pale sphere of light glowing brightly in the thickest fog. Or was it fog? I could not tell for certain, but it obscured nearly all vision beyond a few steps. But yes, a cold, dark place. And from the light slowly came a strange flickering tendril which touched my head. Then the vision ended, and Gelly awoke.
Is that?
It is not normal. Echoes do not have dreams or visions, Akuzet. I trust Gelly, but we should watch it carefully.
Understood. Karik! You seem to know much about corru construction, especially with this spire. What is it that you did before all this? You lived in the research segment with us, right?
I did, my friend. In these recent eyes, I have focused upon designing schematics for polygonation towers. That is probably why we have never met. I spent most of my time prospecting for locations and then preparing polygonation designs. You see, the terrain on this planet is so varied, no one design will do. Oh, and before that, I did help with the growth of the embassy. Not since the eyes when Velzy beheld the bare spire seed, though.
Oh, you've been here since the beginning.
Hardly. I was here in only the most technical sense. Much of that time was spent waiting or hibernating. Spire construction is not very exciting.
I see. Karik, Itziel, do you have any ideas on what might be happening? They exchange brief gazes, and I can tell by Karik's slight backwards receptor movement they have truly no idea. But Itziel speaks up.
It's a little out there, but I was thinking, what if this is some sort of rogue echo that has spread across the collective? It would explain the connection to equipment groundsmindry does not usually reach, and also the hijacking of the core. Still, there is no precedent for any sort of echo malfunction of this scale, so... yes, that makes sense. If an attack on all of us were to be conducted, it would definitely be through the collective. Everything routes through it. It is the single greatest point of failure. Well, there are greater ones, but it is a big one. It is like I said, though, it would only partially explain what is happening. For example, why did the second iteration of the signal affect you more strongly than us? More corru for it to contact? Anyway, that is the best I have for now. I am sure the groundsmindry will give us some real answers.
Yeah, you know, the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of buying into your idea that this is two separate things going on. One is the signal, and one is someone that has gotten control of the groundsmindry. And the person in control of the groundsmindry is trying to attack where they think the signal is at, but they don't have fine enough manipulation to determine who is doing what, so it's just kind of them attacking anything indiscriminately. And that means our party gets hit even though we're kind of in the crossfire here. Agreed. All right. What else is over here? Milza! Milza fidgets with her claws, her receptors clasped with anxiety. When she notices my approach, she seizes, standing at attention with her receptors opened.
Akizet, hello.
All right, nothing new. Okay, these might all be the same chats with our old party members here. Old party. You can turn on your cloak. Sure. I don't think turning off the cloak really had anything to do in the other things.
Yeah?
The enemy's still locked on to us every time, so no reason not to look pretty, Gaku. What do you need, Akizet? All right, that's all the same. Just double checking that no one has anything new to say now with the new context.
Yeah, this looks the same. Oh, there's something
Here we
new,
go.
though.
Okay, I'm glad I looked. Tozik! Is there anything we should watch for here? Any equipment you saw on your recent visit? Tozik's attention drifts away for a blink.
All equipment of particular note is in that troublesome room. That impressor is all that comes to mind. And of course the large construction golem they were putting together.
Want to bet that's our boss fight?
Yep. It will not be a simple foe for us to face. Oh, still, this may not be a full engineering floor, but there are vats we can use for construction, lesser and greater. If there is not much of note to find, then we will need to make our own equipment of note.
I like that turn of phrase. If there's not much of note to find, then we will have to make stuff of note. So I'm getting the impression that we're going to want to go around the different rooms, collect everything we can before fighting the boss that I think is behind the big door here.
Probably so.
So why don't we go ahead and save this iteration?
What happens when we act on the door, though? Because it had an act. Yeah, let's approach it. What happens when we act?
Will this lock us into?
It won't.
We approach the great door. Its components are melted, fused into one another. Parts have bulged outward from blunt trauma within. Dead metal reinforcements jut out from particularly damaged areas. We need to repair it and be ready before we can enter. There's also the matter of the operations tendril. If there are survivors in there, it is unlikely given this chaos, but I cannot leave anyone behind. Why would the door still hold after such damage? It is large enough that it should simply sludge and reveal its path. Karik skitters closer, also curious. They clamber up the wall nearby, examining the way it merges with the false stone.
Ah, this is an uncommon design, but I have seen it used within some other segments. Aki said it is holding because it is load-bearing for its chamber. Why? That is a terrible idea. Well, it simplifies the structural needs of chambers it is attached to. It is quite useful for such large rooms. There are extremely resilient dead metal implements within them for this very purpose. Of course, it is very unsafe in the event of collapse, for it simply becomes a wall. But such occasions within Aspire were only theories until now.
That's a fair point.
And besides, who would ever think the Groundsmind herself would abandon us? A bad idea now, but reasonable within our known safeties.
Vakoa would not abandon us. We do not entertain the thought. After everything, regardless, thank you for your knowledge, my friend. That was a good call. All right. Well, I think we're going to save here. And then also save here. Export file. Boom! Got him. All right. And now I think we're done with this sode. Tidy one. I think next time what we will do is we are going to start poking around in some of the sub areas, rousing up what we can, and hopefully trying to also make progress saving our lost one here. That character design is too good to waste on a one-time
And I think that's going to be a tell, right? Like, is there anything else that had a really cool, weird character design?
I don't.
That
Well,
we
the thing
ran
was,
into?
the flower wasn't. The flower stood out, but it was a thing we hadn't thing. But the flower with the eye on it,
Yep.
right? That became. Not to my knowledge, no. But we'll. I'm glad I tried just randomly unitying. Anyway, we'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye.
Peace.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.